up would be center of the club face and pretty straight.
Great.
Yeah.
Okay. So, what are you curious about? What do you think will move the needle, or is it really just consistency? Is there anything in particular?
Well, I think
particular miss or particular.
Yeah. What I've noticed, like Friday's round, for instance, it was just easy, right? I mean, I was on, and that what you told me about putting the right hand on the bottom at the top.
Yeah.
So I've been focusing on that.
Okay.
And it was just easy to get there.
Great.
Hey, Arnie.
Hey, buddy.
How we doing, bud?
You going to teach today?
You doing okay? Yeah.
What do you know about golf?
So when I'm feeling that, then the game's easy.
Okay.
But then I'll go to sleep and I wake up the next day.
I see.
And I get stuck going in between.
Okay.
Across the line, and and I can't. It's hard for me to get there, and then when I don't get there, the body wants to go first.
Okay.
And it's either a pull hook or a block cut.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then, what we want to do is, whenever we go deep into a part or a field, the way to get consistent is to bring that back up to the level of understanding and the cognitive understanding. So basically the laid off across the line scenario.
Yeah.
Check this out.
Okay.
So for you, it's all about maximizing the pursuit of just fundamental number one, which was clubhead leading.
Yeah. Which that's the other thing. Right. When it's easy, the club head's going.
Right.
It's going first, and then, like I said, I go to sleep. I wake up the next day, and all of a sudden my body wants to go first.
Correct. And a lot of that, right, and you feel like you can't help that, and that's true, because the downswing, you can override it to a certain extent, but it's largely a reaction to the backswing.
Yeah, that's true.
Right? So it's Newton's third law.
Yeah.
So when you kind of said it yourself, when you feel like you're set right on the backswing, that's when the downswing manifests properly.
For sure.
Right? So when if you're moving the arms, look how I'm moving the arms, and I'm not really moving the club head very much.
Yeah.
Now I take it to the top, it gets across the line.
Yeah.
If we start to lead with the club, it sets more down the line.
Yeah.
Okay, so now look at what we did with the hand under.
Yeah.
Okay, because there's two components, because we're playing at side address. So there's the idea that just the simple mass is moving around the grip.
Yeah.
And that creates more club head leading.
Yeah.
But also the face, no matter what you do, the face is always opening relative to the zero line.
Right.
However, if we are, what is this doing? This hand position, look what it's doing to the face. It's rotating it, allowing it to open more on the backswing.
Yeah.
So if we get into kind of keeping the face a little, we could lead with the club and keep the face a little shut.
Yeah.
And that would bring us across the line too. If the face was open, I mean, if I overdid it would go that way.
Yeah.
So if it's Newton's third law, which states equal but opposite reaction, and your misses were going left, except for the block.
Yeah.
But we know that the more we can get out of the club, the less the body has to work, and that's where the accuracy comes from.
Yeah.
So then, knowing all that, why would we not want to allow the club face to open as much as possible on the backswing, so that when we slam it shut and whack the ball with it, you create the first principle of the golf school: stability at absolute maximums.
Yeah.
So if you get into some the things Hogan was saying, he talks about, that's why he started playing at that Super Cup wrist. He's opening the crap out of the club face in the backswing so that he can hit it as hard as he wants and get the maximum release. Also, this is power everyone talks about torque these days, right?
Yeah.
Talk about torque in the body, like this way, right?
Yeah.
The real definition of torque is the club face doing this.
Okay.
That's torque.
Yeah.
And so, if you say power comes from torque, torque is a component of power, but not torque out of the body. The more we can, boom,
Yeah.
put torque into the club face, we're going to get more distance
Yeah.
and more hit.
Yeah.
So this limits our potential to do that.
Yeah.
This maximizes our potential to do that.
I believe.
Make sense?
Yes.
All right, great.
Yes.
All right, cool. All right, yeah. Why don't you make those things? You're probably already somewhat warm since you
A little bit, yeah.
played or hit a couple balls. How was the rain
sat in
session?
the car for
Sat in the car.
an hour driving to work.
Yeah.
Back here. Rain session was good.
Okay, cool.
So
Sweet.
the next tournament I have is the Four States Invitational at Texarkana Country Club.
Oh, great. Oh, wow, is that time of year again already?
Yeah, yeah.
Are you kidding me?
No, it's end of May, right?
Dang, dude, that's trippy.
Yeah.
That's a trip.
Once I got loose, I just mentally played each hole.
Great.
There, right there.
That's a great idea.
Yeah. So just
Okay.
to keep me occupied instead
Sweet.
of just banging balls.
Of course, I like it.
Yeah.
And we are in Norway today.
Oh, cool. Also, was it about a week ago or so? On the Sunday, I was out warming up, getting ready to play, and the whole Swedish junior national team was at Lantana.
What?
Yeah, they had played there was some match against the United States junior team out at Vaquero.
Oh, wow.
And they were getting ready to fly back Sunday afternoon, and I don't know why they were at Lantana practicing,
Sure.
but they were.
I wonder who won the match.
Oh,
you know?
we killed them.
We killed them?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But you gotta remember, they're coming from Sweden. They haven't really played that much
Sure.
all winter.
Sure.
So, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Little
yeah.
Heinrich.
Yeah. So that was kind of cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Okay.
That was okay.
Yeah, that's you're tight at the top and you release the piss out of that. That was awesome.
And moving the hands.
Hands, palms
Made a difference,
facing.
yeah.
Hands work together by doing opposite things. Nice, Jeff.
So I was also thinking maybe we could look at ordering clubs today.
I want to bring you in for a full fitting session first.
Okay. So I think I'm ready.
You ready? Okay, then let's put a fitting session on the calendar, and we'll really dial it in. Nice release, dude.
Thank you.
Awesome. So you have we still have we pretty much know what heads and shafts we want to do.
Yeah.
I want to go and do a gapping session and then do some research so that we're like, because with fairway jockey we can dial in the freaking loft of every head,
Okay.
even to half a degree.
Okay.
So if you're going to go through and really get a great set of clubs, like what I want to do is, so I have a basic formula where you think about this, okay? You hit the gap between your wedges is bigger, and then the gap between your irons gets smaller, and then the gap gets bigger again in the woods. And so it's kind of like a parabolic gapping condition in a normal golf set, right?
Yeah.
And I did this a couple years ago with Cody when we were hanging out. We just wondered, like, could it make sense to design a golf set where you basically got a consistent gap through the bag?
Yeah.
And it makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
You know, like basically you have, instead of having 20 yards and then 12 yards and then 10 yards and then 20 and then 30 yards again. Just have 20 through the bag or whatever.
Yeah.
Based on your max driver distance and then how far do you want to get brought back into the hole with your shortest wedge.
Yeah.
And so we can do this a number of ways. We can do this obviously through loft, but you can also, so shaft flex. We want to look outside the lens of, does it fit my swing speed? There's a lot, especially now with autoflex, there's a lot of marketing in that. There's no reason that you can't swing at 120 miles per hour and hit a ladies club. When you hit the ladies club, the ball's going to go further.
Yeah.
So we can, because it's more width.
Right.
So we can also play with shaft profiles throughout the bag.
Okay.
Without changing. What I think is really consistent to have is your swing weight dialed in and the overall club weight, so that we're maintaining a consistent neurological disposition to the club, but then we can get the ball to launch and do different things. And then the other thing that I really want to make sure we nail, because as we saw in the round and we've been saying, is that 220 yard to range.
Yeah.
I don't think you have a good solution for that in the bag right now.
I don't. I have to choke up on a 5-wood.
That's not good.
Yeah.
Yeah. The 5-wood, your 5-wood probably will go, 240, 250. And there is a choke up shot with the 5-wood.
I mean, I have hit it, but
you can hit it.
To take wind into account. If there's no wind, it's harder for me to dial it down.
You can definitely hit a knockdown 5-wood, but from 220, you want to have a shot that's going to land on the green.
Yeah.
A knockdown 5-wood would have 30 feet of release or whatever.
Right.
So. Okay, that's great. Yeah, I'd love to put some on the calendar.
Yeah.
I'd probably reserve 3 hours for that. We can really take our time if you can swing that.
It's a lot of swinging.
No, it's not going to be a lot of swinging.
Okay.
It's not going to be at all because PXG was 3 hours, but PXG you were hitting you hit so many balls that day.
Yeah.
And that's normal for club fitting. This is going to be a lot of thinking, hitting, measuring.
So do we take TrackMan to the range?
No, we'll do it here.
Outside?
We'll do it here.
Okay.
Totally controlled environment. True Golf actually has a club gapping and bag mapping feature in the software. I have not used yet.
Okay.
But that's actually it's True Golf. It's so wild the synergy of True Golf, because think about it. They don't have a club fitting tab. They have a bag mapping and club gapping tab.
Yeah.
Which is exactly what I'm talking about.
So let me ask you this, because I don't know that I 100% agree that the yardages are accurate.
The yardages aren't.
That doesn't really matter as long as the gap is accurate.
That's what we're after.
Yeah.
That's what we're after. Because any launch monitor that hits the market, they parallel well, meaning they all gap well, but none of them are the gold standard in actually how far the ball flies.
Yeah.
So as long as we're getting a relatively consistent distance between the clubs, then if you end up getting a set and it goes 5 yards further but gap's the same, then that's great.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
So the other thing, when you talk about different flexes, so I have had graphite shafts before, and you might go along hitting the yardage you think, and then all of a sudden you'll put the same swing on it, and that was inconsistent.
Correct.
And so when you talked about 120 mile an hour swing speed with a more whippy shaft, do you get that?
Yeah, which is why we probably wouldn't put that in your 9-iron.
Yeah. Okay.
But we might put that in your 4-iron.
Yeah.
You see what I mean?
Yeah. But you don't want that outlier going 235 instead of 220.
No, it wouldn't do that. You catch what pros are afraid of is catching a heater on a shot that's designed to be really, really controlled.
Yeah.
If you have because remember, you always want to be viewing the course as if the back of the cup is the end of the golf course. And so with a 4-iron, there's not a lot of variance in the hit.
Yeah.
The 4-iron, we just want to get something that has the efficacy of the swing and launches and we can use flex to accommodate for any, to massage the gap a little bit if we don't want to do it with loft.
Okay, I see.
You see what I mean?
Yeah.
And so, you know, like in a driver, right? Like you want all the heat.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, so if you get extra 10 yards out of it, that's okay. Okay. All right, man. Hit one more for me. And
I don't feel like I want to hit like a ton of balls.
all right. So let's just talk. So talk to me about this bowed wrist concept. Bowed left wrist.
What do you mean?
You got,
Just telling you.
you're swinging the bowed left wrist today, which I'm not.
What I'm trying to do is just get that right hand underneath. Is what I'm trying to do, like that.
I see.
That's it. Yeah.
Okay. Could you get the right hand underneath without bowing the wrist? So look, think about it. Think about the physics of the club.
Yep.
So if we bow the wrist, that puts the club inside the line,
Yeah.
and now your hands are going outside the line to compensate.
Okay.
What if we just
Okay.
feel how I'm doing that? I'm moving the club face.
Okay.
When you get to the top, it's still supported, but your wrist that's pretty neutral. So think about animating the toe of the club.
Okay.
You want the toe of the club, you want the door
Opening.
opening. There you go.
Got that?
Yeah, and don't feel like you want to resist the club swinging to the inside.
Okay. All right.
Make a whole practice swings. Let me see that. There you go. That's it. That's it. That's it. Great. Awesome, dude. Your setup looks amazing too.
Thank you.
How's Bruno?
Good. He's good. Yeah, he's gonna taking him. I'll be in Miami this week. Well, Orlando Friday, then Miami this weekend, and then when I get back, I'm taking him to.
Get the ball snipped?
Yeah. Yeah.
No one wanted pregnancies?
Yes. Well, I'll settle him down just
So
a bit,
now,
you know, so we're not humping.
Yeah, oh yeah,
You
yeah.
know, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But man, he's good. He's good. It's amazing how quickly you get attached to an animal like that.
It's crazy.
Slow down. I found that too. I can feel my body start to move at first, and so I try to slow that down, and this almost speeds up. And
Exactly.
yeah.
I'm gonna grab my sandwich. There you go.
And that's actually way more comfortable
More comfortable,
than
isn't
the
it?
load.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I think what would happen is, you know, when I got that working, it was fantastic. And then I would get to a spot where I'm like getting like that,
Correct.
you know, and then bad things would happen. So,
Exactly. Good job, Jeff. Good job.
thank you.
Really cool. Okay. That's great. Yeah. That had a nice sound to it.
Yeah, yeah. So, so my drive like I said, I only played one and then hit a T-ball on 2. And I went from the blacks, and I think I had 64 yards left.
At Lake Town, too?
On one.
On one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and then 2, I didn't. I hit it a little bit out on the toe, but it was still like 280. So, I mean, that's run out.
Dude, that's awesome. So,
and then when Scott and I played our 2-man match play,
yeah.
I don't know if I told you about that, but
no.
So,
well, no, yeah, I think a little bit.
Where I got sick that morning. Did I tell you that?
No.
No, yeah.
That part of the story.
So, this was the Friday before I went to Cabo on Sunday. So I go to work. I'm feeling great. It was Selena's birthday, right? Or anniversary of her birthday. So some of the girls at work had put Selena's t-shirts on. So I took a picture of them.
Who's Selena?
She's dead,
Oh.
but the Hispanic artist.
Oh, Selena.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And
okay.
Yeah. And so I was feeling good. I ate my Starbucks egg white bites, and then within 5 minutes, I start sweating like crazy. I start dry heaving.
You can't trust the eggs from Starbucks.
No. And oh my God, for about 20 minutes, I'm just, puking nothing, right?
Oh shit.
And but I had this match with Scott.
Right.
And
show must go on.
Well, I wasn't going to be able to play for a month, so we
Okay.
had to get it done. So I show up on the first tee. Bam! I drove it to 20 feet. I had a
On the first
20 feet
tee?
putt, yeah, on number 1. Yeah.
From the Blues?
Yeah. And
What?
Yeah. And
That's crazy.
I know, right? So easy birdie. So we go 1 up after 1.
Okay.
We did not win a hole the rest of the day.
Oh no.
Yes, to your buddy Kirkendall.
Oh, that's right. You played
Yeah.
Kirkendall.
Yeah. 'Cause he played great. Both he and his partner.
Oh, that's cool.
Steve shot 37 on the front. His partner shot 37 with 3 birdies.
Wow.
As an 8 handicap. So.
Oh
yeah.
shit. That's hard to beat.
So yeah. So
You can't really beat that.
We were toast.
No.
And neither one was
If an 8 handicap shoots 37, that's a game set match.
Neither one was fake good.
Unless you shoot 27.
Right. So.
There you go. You know how that's actually animating more of a swing? Can you do that rehearsal again? Now go to the flex wrist.
Yeah.
You can't even do it now.
Yeah.
But see, it's the club's not swinging as much.
Yeah.
When you're really swinging the
Yeah.
club head this way.
And what I'm feeling too is when I try to get that, I get a lot of tension.
A lot
in
of
the wrist.
tension. A lot of tension in the wrist, and
this is
it
more
travels
free.
up through the shoulder.
Yeah, and this is more free.
Good.
A little skinny, but decent.
I cannot keep the fucking launchbox charged for more than 2 hours, and
Can it not stay plugged in?
I guess it can. I need to get a fucking, but they don't recommend that,
Oh, yeah.
which is.
Well, that's okay. Like I said, I don't really want to hit a bunch of
Okay.
balls today anyway.
All right.
So.
All right. Well, that's okay. So.
But I'm feeling good.
Let's keep working on the swing, though.
Yeah.
You're feeling that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, some water. So, go ahead and make a couple practice for takeaway swings as we're working on this.
Okay.
Because I'm going to give you some stuff to be mindful of. The studio would be a great environment.
Okay.
Your home studio.
Okay.
To work on all this stuff. Well, actually, before we do, let's talk about it. So, since we've seen each other last, you've developed a little bit of an outside hand path going back, which I think
We mean
is
out that way?
yeah,
Yeah.
mhm. Outside with the flex wrist. In my own golf journey, I developed an outside hand path intentionally because I was to compensate for the ball going left.
Okay.
Now I've worked to let go of that.
Okay.
So, don't know if you did that consciously or subconsciously.
Just subconsciously.
So, just let the hands, just working on a little takeaway here with me. Move the toe. See how that hand will move towards the
Hand
shaft?
will go that way.
It's that way. We want to, there you go.
Okay.
There you go. There you go. There you go. Exactly. That's it. And see, that's actually going to to create more turn that way.
Interesting.
You see what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it's not like you don't want to turn. You want to animate the club in a way that creates a good turn. And see how you got your weight shifted into your right leg better.
Yeah. Okay.
Exactly. Because what can happen actually with the outside takeaway and the shut face, and if it's not causing us to shift our weight, we can get stuck with a shut face, and that's when you get the snap hook. There you go, Jeff. That's it. That's it. Yes, there you go. You know, they talk almost about swinging the hands past the right pocket or something like that.
Heard that. Okay.
There you go. And then the real high level of this technique would be and it looks like you're actually doing it intuitively. It's how are you pushing away with the left hand? So you can do all this with that heel pad of your left hand. Pushing down and in the direction you want to go, and creating a maximum rotation out of the club. There you go. You see how that just look where that brought you.
Yeah.
We like that.
Yeah. As opposed to that.
Yeah. Feel how that changes things
Then
in the
your
body.
Your elbow comes away. Your arms get detached.
Correct. So I think what also this is highlighting is, even though you've developed kind of not the most ideal way to get it back, you've still been hitting the ball good.
Yeah.
Which tells us that your release is really on.
Yeah.
And that's what we saw the first couple hits. I mean,
yeah.
So you're really flinging this thing now.
Yeah.
So great job, dude. That's huge.
Thanks.
So now this is just setting you up for more consistency and efficacy of this whole deal. That's okay. That's okay. That's good, dude. That's good. That's really good. All right. There you go.
Okay, so when I think about pushing down with the left hand, I create a lot of tension in my left hand.
You can grip the piss out of it. That's cool. As long as the wrist can move, I'm good with that.
Okay. So I've also been working on keeping my wrist fluid.
Good. As long as the wrist joints are fluid, then you can grip the club. Nice, Jeff. Get up to the top and stop it for me. There you go. All right, cool. Okay, so look at what you're doing here now. Look at that shaft sets right on the line. You see that?
Good.
You'll see
as
it a
long as
couple
the wrist
times.
joints are fluid, then you can grip the club.
Look at that.
Yeah.
How good is
Okay.
that? Now look where it gets. Look how on plane that is going up.
Wow.
You can see that, right?
Yeah.
Look at it at
Nice,
the top. Watch when you get to the top.
Stop it for me. There you go.
Oh, wow.
Money,
I
right?
even felt like I was a little cupped.
A little cupped.
Yeah.
Cupped is good. Cupped is
Yeah.
natural. So now, let me bring you. You know, I wouldn't draw your attention to it if see that.
Oh
that
my God.
right?
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I know. That's
Erase
why
that.
we erase that, right? But
Yeah.
just to
Okay.
get yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you see how this is setting things
Yeah.
up.
Yeah. Yeah.
So did you feel the elbow get stuck there?
Yeah.
So you don't ever want to do it this way.
Yeah.
You gotta, when you push, you gotta
Yeah.
get the club head to
Yeah.
go.
Okay.
There you go. The club head's gotta go. There you go. Good. Exactly. Exactly. It's also going to get you naturally compacted at the top in a way that kind of like what we worked on with not having the arm run off.
Okay. So
Just going to make that almost impossible. to have
let
arm
me
run
ask
off.
you this.
Yes, sir.
So when I push down,
Yes.
I feel my wrist getting tight. So it's hard to, because when I just do this, that feels nice and fluid, right?
Mm-hmm.
But when I introduce that motion to it.
Where do you feel it tight?
And both wrists, they just get, all of a sudden they get tense because it doesn't feel natural. This feels natural. Like I can do that all day, but when I go, I feel tension in both wrists. Like here on the right hand, and there on the left.
Yeah, I feel it too.
Okay.
So
That's not a bad thing.
no, because tension creates release. But what do we want to release? The wrist.
Yeah.
We want the
Yeah.
wrist to release. If we have tension in the body, then the body's going to release. If we have tension in the wrist, then because they're set up. If your wrists weren't hinging because of tension, that would be a problem. But look, your wrists are
So you want
fully
it in like that. Is that too far in?
no, and so basically you just feel like you're pushing back.
Okay.
And if you push back with loose elbows, the club's going to go naturally on its arc. There you go.
And that's it. Maybe I got too much tension in my elbows.
Maybe. Also, if the left arm is really straight, then you have no room to push with. So I love the right arm. I would let the gas out of that left elbow. No, let the gas. There you go. Yeah. Chill that thing out. Still. Soften. Yeah.
A lot of work.
You do? I know, it looks good. You look good, like I said. Here, look. Let's do a little. So watch my arms hang.
Yeah.
See what I mean?
Yeah.
You want to feel a 50-50. That's perfect. You see that left elbow? That's great. Now you have room to push with, and the arm will naturally straighten in the backswing. There you go.
Okay. So if I'm going to open the toe, right,
Mm-hmm.
and I push down, the toe wants to come up like that.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. The down creates the up.
It's up.
So it's the push down that's going to set the wrists,
Yeah.
and you're allowing the club head to swing on the move with the side address. The other thing is, okay, don't feel like it's got to get, this push has to happen
Okay.
here. It's
Okay.
create a little more away, push it away. And that's going to move you more into your right leg, get you more behind the ball, create a little more width, push it down and away. There you go. There you go. That was really good. I like that move. Good. And now you can actually control your tempo and rhythm better too this way, because you can determine how much energy you want to put into your swing with how hard you push. So on a chip shot, see, you're pushing
Yeah.
2-1.
Yeah.
On a driver, you're pushing 3-1. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you feel it just kind of snap, recoil back, and you whack it. I need like 2 ACs. Like, got to hold out here.
Whoa.
Did you feel some ball speed there?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. All right.
All right.
We're just talking about how long you're getting, and now you're about to get longer. But that's sick, dude. It goes back to what I originally told you way before we even started this whole deal. It's like we're gonna increase your firepower and get you a whole lot of distance.
That would be great. Like if I could carry a 280,
So okay,
that would be great.
So if you can carry it 280, so there's basically most courses are designed with the modern courses now, or a lot of them will have a final set of cross bunkers at 320. So we're probably not going to fly those.
Yeah.
But like a course like Lantana, usually the last cross bunker carry normal course is at 280.
Yeah.
So if you fly it past 280, it actually starts to open up the
Yeah.
course again.
Yeah.
So that was kind of in 2017. That was what I was like, man, if I could just carry a 280 with my driver, this game's about to get a lot easier. Yes, that would be
Yeah.
great. So between the swing and then, see, also now with the swing, we can fit you into a lower loft.
Yeah.
With a more flexible shaft.
Yeah.
And so we can probably get at least 10 yards out of your driver setup.
Okay.
Don't quote me on it,
Yeah.
but I believe
probably,
it could.
you know, I probably on average 250, 255 carry.
Okay.
And if I really bust it, maybe I can get it to 265.
Okay.
Is probably where I'm at. Now.
Yeah.
I'm just guessing.
Okay.
But if I can get to 280, then I can play from pretty much any tee, right?
If you're flying 280, you're gonna play the tips like you would play. It would feel like you're playing the blues from the front of the box.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, I don't know if I can get there, but
I think it's possible for sure.
Great.
I think you can. Well, actually, I know you can get there. But even if you got close to there, it'd be really awesome. Good job, dude. Good job. Good job.
thank you.
Because that was a weird swing because the subconscious was confused because you made such a strong new move with the takeaway. So that's just a rep where the system needs to integrate. There you go, dude. Wow, that looks like a swing, man. I'm putting my money on that swing. That's what we want to see. Dang, dude. There it is, dude. There it is. And did you see the path of the ball just a little to the right?
Yeah.
No, and so now you're free with the face, and there's nothing going that way.
Yeah.
Damn, that hit the screen hard. Man, until I land this golf everywhere deal, I'm not playing you for money. I can't be losing, dude.
It is. Well, the problem is I'm not going to be able to play until next week now.
Okay. Well, that's all right. You'll get some time to just work on this. Also, this is a great scenario where you might want to use the heavy to feel this out, just to create a little more feedback. So you could just be, at the office or whatever, just kind of do this a couple times a day for a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was traveling this weekend. I'm not going to have my clubs with me.
Okay. Seeing Steven in Miami?
Yeah, I've got a trade show Friday afternoon. I'm gonna stop in Orlando, and then Friday night I'll fly from there to Miami and watch him perform Saturday,
Nice.
and then take him to dinner Sunday.
Oh, that works out good. Trade show, he's performing? Great.
Yeah.
Does he perform every week, basically? Or
well, they do.
they probably do show runs, right?
They do reps. Yeah.
Yeah.
They do. I think 5 or 6 a year, and,
Wow.
and each rep might last 2 or 3 weekends.
Okay,
Yeah. So this is the last one for the year.
cool.
The last rep, I think they go to Fort Lauderdale the following week, but it's going to be cool because it's the music. There's a Gershwin one piece. This
Nice.
is Gershwin music. One's to like the Beach Boys,
Oh, okay.
and then
That'd be fun.
Yeah, and then I can't remember what the other one's like, but so it'll be.
You probably like the Beach Boys,
Yeah,
don't you?
absolutely.
Yeah.
So it'll be. I mean, I like the classical stuff, but it'll be nice to have some, more upbeat music that
Absolutely.
that much make you want to fall asleep a little bit.
Exactly.
Let's just that.
Yeah, but so
But I feel like
don't
That's too much.
don't borrow the force with the knees. Just try to push it with the palm of your left hand. Palm of your left hand.
Oh, I feel myself wanting.
You feel that? Like that's what I saw there. You kind of
Yeah.
wanted to use the whole thing. So
Okay.
so just here, take a. So So when we wanna, here's the principle of this, so you can coach yourself through these things. When you want to practice a movement with no stress,
Yeah.
go as light as possible. When
Okay.
you want to increase the proprioception of the movement, go heavy.
Okay.
So in this case, this is actually great, just taking this whole shaft, because it's a golf grip, there's no weight to it, you're not seeing the head, and just kind of stand here and just
Okay.
see how I'm just
Yeah.
doing that?
Yeah.
And just feel it's like it's not a lot to it, and look how the wrist naturally.
I'm making it more than it is.
Yeah, you see that how it does that to my wrist, and I'm not doing anything but reaching my hand that way.
Okay. Okay.
Now the important thing though in this is for you to do this, we can't be gripping on the end of the club, and we need that clamp
Okay.
on the top of the grip. That's going to be more important than ever now. So that's the swinging of it. Now, what's this? See how you're,
Yeah.
and then as that comes up, it's just taking you there.
Okay.
There you go. There you go. Good. Good. Relax that left arm. I think that's going to be a big one because I think really learning to that it's okay to play with a soft left arm is going to be
Yeah.
huge for you. So you need to be, yeah, that's better. That's better. There you go. That looks good. You need to be super mindful of the grip for now and
Okay.
the tension in the setup in the left arm.
Okay.
Because those two things could block it. Do that left-handed deal again. I just want to film you from this angle. I think that's going to be an encouraging picture for you. Good. Do that a couple more times. Nice. I like that. Okay. So look at how quiet. I mean, obviously you're not swinging any weight, but look how I move the camera back a little bit eventually. But just look how much swing you're getting relative to the body movement, and look how it animates the legs.
Yeah.
Just a little weight, but you're still, look how balanced you
I
are.
like that.
See that one? See
Yeah.
how balanced you were on that one?
Okay.
So there was something about the way you moved the club that caused you to be that balanced at the top.
Nice, I like that.
Yeah, look at that. Look at in the legs. That's really good.
So I think when you said reach that way is better than push that way.
So, well, no,
No.
I didn't. I
Nice,
said.
I like that.
So what we actually want to do is we want to push down and away, or because if we were to just reach, we could drag it.
Yeah.
So the down gets the club
Okay.
head to go,
Okay.
and then the away keeps us from getting tight in here.
Okay.
So it's down and away.
Okay. Okay.
Feel that?
Yep.
There you go. Perfect. 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 Because we want, it's a backswing,
Yeah.
so we want to go away, and we want the club head to cock up, so then we have to push down. Perfect. Perfect, dude. Perfect. You know, and then you could even, this might be, because sometimes we practice one-handed, right-handed to feel the club release. This might be a good exercise for you to hit some left-handed pitch shots. Down away, and just let it come back to the ball. Down and away. Is it? Okay. Well, this would be, if you get good at doing left-handed pitch shots, just only by working on the takeaway. Okay, so if you get good enough at this takeaway, the club will come right back into the ball. I haven't practiced that in 20 years. That's the first time I've done a left-handed pitch shot since I was like 13 years old. Perfect. Not bad. Not bad.
Didn't break anything.
No. Well, we're hitting fun balls too, so.
Well, I meant like my
Oh,
hand.
with your
like
hand?
this.
Oh no, you're gonna be fine, dude. Good. Good. And all this animation with what we're talking about is actually gonna help your short game a lot too. There you go. Good job. So the push down and away didn't set the club, and that's why I got the thick. So see when I'm pushing down and away?
Yeah.
The club's getting to the angle.
Okay.
Nice. And it's cool. See how just the club head just swings right back into the ball with no. There you go. Look at those things pop up.
What else could this start from?
No. No, I mean you could top it this way, but no. Good. Go ahead and pause wherever your swing finishes.
Okay.
No, on the through. Sorry. Go ahead and hit it and pause at the end. Okay. Thank you. Okay. So, let me have the club. Swing your right hand across your body. Yeah, see? That's where the left arm goes. How could you get your right hand way over there?
Okay.
You see what I mean?
All right.
Yeah. So that's another theme about softening this left arm. So remember, good. That's okay. That's okay. Let's bring that into a concept. Why do we want to have? Why do they tell you to have a wide radius in the swing? One, it's about the pictures, but two, it's about usually they try to tie that back into power.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, remember, power is speed.
Yeah.
Okay. So if I have soft arms that are in close, my internal radius is smaller.
Yeah.
And then they'll be like, well, we want a bigger radius to create more speed.
Right.
But the speed is not in the inner loop, it's in the outer loop.
Yeah.
So if I have a big outer loop, how fast is that thing going?
Yeah.
If I have a tight
Yeah.
inner loop, the club head's actually moving faster.
Yeah. Yeah.
So this is going to create more speed than this.
Okay. Okay.
So just focus on the takeaway vectors and the tension. Takeaway and tension. Remove the tension and just nail this whole thing with the takeaway. If you take it away right, the club will automatically swing into the ball. Good. Yeah, this is going to be a good thing to play around with.
Yeah.
There it was. See, you set it up perfectly.
Yeah.
And look, and you let it go.
Yeah.
Okay, that was A prime.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
Okay.
That's perfect. Get that dialed into your swing, Jeff, and you will certainly reach another level of consistency. There's not a whole lot that can go wrong doing that. Very good, dude. Very good. And this, like you're seeing here, this is going to definitely kick the short game up a level. The club's going to be really nice and shallow through the hitting zone.
Yeah.
So that you didn't nail the takeaway there. Feel how the club got steeper.
Yeah.
When you nail the takeaway, the club's traveling. When I talk about shallow, I'm talking about the bottom of the U.
Yeah.
had enough. More away. So if y'all got bunched up, so that's more away. More away, and if the club doesn't hinge, it's more down. Down and away. Great. Yes! You see that? You really focused and did it.
Yeah.
Okay, so now here's the final advantage of this.
Okay.
For you to do this, what do you have to do? You have, and brings us back to a couple sessions ago, you have to get settled and claim your focus before every shot to get that to go correctly.
Yeah.
So, which is an advantage actually. It's really you have to become present before the shot and claim that vector and choose how you want to move the club. Do not let it be, do not give this over to muscle memory. You know, it's like, have you ever tried to type with your eyes closed on your phone? It's like you can do it,
Yeah.
right? But how many freaking text messages have you sent to get that to happen?
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Good job. I like the arc. Club didn't set enough.
Yeah.
But the club traveled on a nice path. So, okay, so one thing that I see in this is your grip pressure is loose, and you squeeze on the club in the takeaway.
Okay.
I want you to set the grip pressure. See how I already have the hole.
Yeah.
So my grip pressure is
Okay.
maintaining through the swing. Yeah, don't be afraid of gripping this thing. Grip it nice and strong in the fingers. I mean, there you go. Close your hand. Yeah, there it is.
That's about all I got.
Okay. Good job. Good job. Take a second to review that one in your mind. What did you feel in that takeaway? You know, just reflect. Try to go through a little reflection on these. So, because this is a bit of a drill, and so drills can easily get into we're just repeating the motion, and that's when we don't want to do that. Mm-hmm. Good. Good. This is going to be good. This is going to give you, every time you lose it, every time you lose it and get it back, you just got it stronger. Now the drag. Down and away. Notice how I'm sequencing the words. The club has to lead. And yes, the club has to lead. So if it's away and down, it's going to drag. It's got to go down and away. Now pull up.
Ooh, miss.
It's okay. That was the old try to slice across it with the hand. And if you're getting fatigued on it, because I mean there's only so many of these you can do, then take a break. I mean you don't have to hit 1,000 of these. There you go. Alright, that was better.
Okay.
That was better. Alright, take a second on that. Yeah, chill on that. That's a great container for you to develop this.
Okay.
Down and away. Down and away.
Okay.
So we're maximizing the club face.
Yeah.
Maximizing the club face, maximizing the swing, and and using this takeaway to set the rhythm in motion, set everything in motion.
And just practice swing.
Yeah, make some swings. Actually, go to the 9-iron. Is this the 9-iron?
Yeah.
Yeah, do a couple of that. Now in the setup, really as you're standing up to the ball, get these elbows in front of your rib cage. Because if you get squeezed in even a little bit,
Yeah.
that's going to make this feel really awkward.
Okay.
If you're the proper hands under the chin kind of thing, hands
Okay.
are more hands. If the hands get under the throat,
Yeah.
it's too close.
Okay.
Hands are more almost under the mouth to the chin.
Okay.
Then it can
Yeah.
guide the swing. There you go. Perfect. There you go. Good. Good. Nice job, dude.
Okay.
Good. So before you leave,
Yep.
I want you to creatively work with me. Since you're going away for the weekend, how can you practice this without a club? See what I'm doing here? Just feeling that down and away, and really just noticing the wrist. Don't create momentum. Just here, soften the arm. You can practice all the softening, the tension, and then just down and away. Not a snap. Right. This is the only thing that's moving. Relax. Real loose. Down and away. Down and away.
It's coming from there, not
Yeah, here. Put your hand on the back of my wrist here. Or I want you to feel me do it somehow.
Okay.
And
It's right there. Yeah.
just right there. You feel what my hand's doing?
Yeah. Okay.
Yes. Feel the arm come right across your chest? There you go. So really, you cannot be afraid of the cup
Okay.
and do this. The wrist will cup a little bit. That's really good. That's way better. That's way better. That's it. Yes, dude. Come on. There you go.
Okay.
So really, you can get a lot of really effective practice, honestly, just in the hotel room. Like if it was me, I'd be like in front of the bathroom sink or whatever,
Yeah.
the mirror,
Yeah.
and just like doing this, close my eyes, doing this,
Like that.
and
Right.
yes, but not about the twisting. It's literally if you get this going in a certain way, all the twisting happens.
Okay.
You just initiate with the heel pad. It's all animated. Watch this. Okay, imagine I'm doing a hit, like I'm punching somebody, right? I'm not. It just.
Okay.
See, I'm just animating my heel pad. There you go. That's it.
Okay.
That's it. Keep that thumb relaxed so you don't feel that in the hand. So, there you go. Really put your mind right there. There you go. Cool.
Okay.
Right, and so this is definitely a lesson in technique, but where's our technique? Going back to our original Pilates workshop, it's totally technique around the initiator.
Yeah.
And if we nail the initiator, it sets the dynamic
The
thing
rest
in
of it
motion.
follows.
Exactly.
Okay. All right. Cool, man.
Freaking awesome, dude. Yes, sir. Always great to see you, Joe.
Same.
Let's, if we can, I'd love to put some on the calendar
All right.
now. You know, I would love to actually put another lesson on the calendar and the club fitting session.
Okay. Probably do. For a lesson, maybe the morning of Friday the 8th.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
What time works for you?
I try to go to Louisville Leeds at 8:30, but if I need to skip that for a week, I'm happy to do that for you. If you want to come in before then, I'm happy to do that. If you want to come in after that, I'm happy to do that, but that might push you into your work day.
Yeah.
So, but if I need to, I don't have to go every week. Like it's nothing bad's gonna happen.
Well,
So
if we could do 8 that time.
8 o'clock on Friday the 8th,
Yeah.
you got it. Louisville's out, Jeff is in.
Okay, so that's 8, and then
Maybe a weekend day if we can
yeah,
for the club fitting.
like maybe the. Let's see.
I could do the following day.
Well, why don't we do? Well, maybe.
Maybe.
Well, I'll
Yeah.
probably play that.
Okay.
But maybe like the 16th,
Yes.
this Saturday.
Yep. Okay. Right now I have a 7 o'clock on the books and an 11 o'clock on the books. Could you come at 1 p.m.? Would you want to come hang out in the afternoon for a
Well,
little
I'll
while?
probably rather play it.
Probably play that afternoon. Okay.
What about the 17th,
17th is good. You want to come in the morning?
if possible?
Yeah. What time?
I mean, that has to be super early. I could do like 9 o'clock.
9 to 12
Yeah.
on that Sunday? Yeah. Or we could do the Saturday the 16th. And could you come at like 8? Could we do 8:30 to 11
On the 16th.
on the 16th?
You don't want to do Sunday?
I could.
Yeah. I just think Sunday might be better because then that's all I have to do for that day. If
Okay.
you can.
I can.
But if you prefer to do Saturday, I'll do
Well, so here's the. So I'm trying to reserve time to get the school film this month.
Okay.
And typically Sundays would be the shooting days. If you could you do Sunday?
Let's just do.
Could you do Sunday 8 to 11? So I can start shooting by noon,
Yeah.
or
we
no, we could do 9 to noon, and then I'll just roll right into it.
Or we could do 8:30 to 11:30 Saturday. That's fine.
8:30 to noon, 2.5 hours. We'll have plenty of time.
8:30 to 11:30 is 3 hours.
Oh, Chad's at 11. 8:30 to 11.
8:30 to 11. Okay, cool.
Awesome.
All right, so we got the 16th for the club fitting and the 8th.
Actually, you know what? Scratch that. We can do that Sunday. Let's do that Sunday. Sunday the 17th at noon, you said?
Or
yeah.
if we can do it in the morning, like
Oh, yeah. What time?
9 to noon.
9 to noon?
Yeah.
Perfect. Let's do it. No, I can shoot that afternoon. That's actually great. I'm tripping. Okay. Yeah. Because I want to have everything. I'm going to need some time before that, too, to make sure we're set up. And I got to actually find some time to experiment with the software.
All right, man.
Okay, great, dude.
Got it down.
You're doing good, man. Really good. I'm really pleased. I'm really happy.
Yeah, I think so too. I'm excited to play.
Yeah,
I
me
wish
too.
I wish the weather was going to be good and I could play before I leave, but
Okay.
probably not going to happen. So,
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then maybe on the other side of one of those, we can go grab 9. I'd like to see you in
Yeah.
action.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Okay.
All right, man.
All right, homie. Thank you, brother. I
See you.
appreciate it,
Thank
man.
you.
Yep. Yep. Drive safe.
See you, Arnie.